Here from the Chairman Committee on Information of the Nasarawa State Assembly, Honorable Mohammed Baba Ibaku, it says the governor is only postponing the judgment day. It dismissed the notion of a substituted service of impeachment and expressed optimism that the governor would be impeached with the published impeachment notice. He also confirmed that the Nasarawa State Chief Judge has been directed to proceed with the setting up of a 7-man panel of inquiry. He denies any claim that the impeachment notice is politically motivated. Now, going into the bonding issue now, isn't it amazing that we have reports that the Nasarawa State Assembly are not following due process and serving the executive governor an impeachment notice?
To the best of my knowledge and the Chairman Committee on Information, Security and Special Duty in the State Assembly, we followed the due process as expected, as spelled out in the Constitution. The Constitution is saying 1/3 of the member, that is, in Assembly, 8 of us can sign and serve the governor impeachment notice through the Speaker. And in our case, 20 out of 24 signed the impeachment notice and presented it on 14th July 2014 to the Speaker in the chamber, where 20 of us were seated, and the Speaker directed the clerk to serve same to the governor. And what came out of that was that the clerk of the House, when made several attempts to serve the notice on the governor, it was proved abortive. And the AIT and others covered it. Nigeria saw it. So it did not stop there. As a messenger, he has to obtain a document that warrants him to publish same on the paper. He went to the court. He obtained his affidavit to defend the effort he has put in.
Can a governor be served an impeachment notice on the pages of the dailies?
Yes.
What section of the law talks about, gives you the room to serve the governor an impeachment notice on the pages of the dailies?
Section 188 says the governor should be served. And the alternative is media. If you cannot reach him one-on-one, you can serve in a media. And it happened in other states. The recent case at hand is that of Adama. When the effort of the clerk failed, the clerk thought of alternative option and published it. And it has happened. The governor is not in that office now. Section 188 sub 3 is saying the assembly should direct the CJ to constitute a panel to investigate the matter. I don't know where the section is saying you should go to court. The section, the Constitution is really saying court should not interfere with the proceedings.
Now, what does the law say about serving a substituted service of impeachment to an executive governor?
What you are saying, if effort is put in and is blocked artificially, we have alternative means through media, and we've done that.
Now, I really need a frank answer to this. Is this impeachment politically motivated to suffocate the opposition in Nasarawa State?
It was not, and is still not politically motivated. After election, we don't work for your party again. You work for the people of your state. Nasarawa State is the answer. The question is, are the allegations wrong or they are constitutional? So you should go and prove it.
Now, looking into the allegations now, isn't it expected of the Nasarawa State Assembly to have looked into the books before endorsing and approving an appropriation for the subsequent year? Wouldn't it be right to accuse the Nasarawa Assembly of connivance if the governor is found really guilty of misappropriation?
We are lawmakers. We won an election to work for the people of Nasarawa State for 4 years. So if he committed an offense in day one, and we did not notice it, if we are noticing even the last year, we can call you to order. When you implemented budget, this is what we realize. So the job of the assembly is not to make law a law. We go out for oversight functions, and we wait for the report from the Auditor General of the state. Auditor General of the state in that text so many ministry and parastatals. So what we did, we called the affected ministry in order and to investigate further whether what the report of the auditor is saying is correct or not. And we realized that what the auditor said was perfectly correct. And this, our investigation was done on air.
Now, the battle for the soul of Nasarawa State has been described by bookmakers is now turning into an inter-party face-off as the All Progressives Congress are alleging a ploy to suffocate the opposition and to gain ground for the People's Democratic Party in an APC-controlled state. In an interview with a political advisor to Mr. President, Professor Rufai Al-Kali, he dismissed the notion of anything called gale of impeachment and also denied the involvement of President Goodluck Jonathan. But now the question is, was there an earlier plan to get Governor Al-Makura back to the PDP after winning the governorship poll in 2011? Now let's hear from the political advisor to the president, Professor Rufai Al-Kali. General Buhari retired has said as much on the recent gale of impeachment. He called this an inducement meant to suffocate the opposition.
Let's be frank. Impeaching a governor is not something easy. It's not something simple. For House of Assembly, made out of, let's say, several members of House of Assembly from various constituencies, to come together and sit down and say they want to impeach a governor, it might be very serious. It might be serious. I remember beside the members of House of Assembly, there are other stakeholders at every level who can contribute either one way or the other. For it has become like a tradition, unfortunately, that whenever something happens to a governor or somebody in opposition, the first person to be accused is PDP or even Mr. President.
How do you see the vehement anti-impeachment protest in Nasarawa? Would you say that is the voice of the people?
Very good. Which means that whenever there is a process of impeachment of any governor, it means it's not just a one-way traffic. There are people who may likely support the impeachment, and of course there are people who may not support the impeachment. The correct attitude is that you should ask themselves, why is there impeachment in their states? Why? They should ask that question to themselves. What went wrong between the governor and then the members of the House of Assembly? What are the issues that are being raised by the members of the House of Assembly? How valid are they? Are they impeachable offenses? These are the questions. So we are, rather than going to the substance, we are leaving the substance and then pursuing the shadow.
Now, let's assume the situation of what happened in Adamawa is recycled in Nasarawa. Do you see this as a political advantage for the PDP?
If there is one party that suffered in the past 15 years under this democratic government, is the PDP. Our three levels. One, you know, there are a number of states in this country where after elections, either especially 2007 elections and subsequently 2011, but especially 2007 elections, where many governors had their seats declared vacant by the courts. But on two levels. In some respects, okay, the courts ordered for rerun. Cross River, Sokoto, Adamawa.